The Lord Jesus is not an agency. He is not a power. He is not an instrument. He is not an it. He is a person. Now let me ask you something. Are you getting to know that person? I remember years ago, I was at a conference in Honor Oak. Mr. Sparks was the leader of that conference, and a brother came from another country, far away. He was a very interesting person, very forceful, in some ways quite dynamic. And it was very interesting to listen to him. I went to listen to each of the sessions. He spoke of the Lord Jesus as food. He spoke of the Lord Jesus as drink. He spoke of the Lord Jesus as air to breathe. He spoke of the Lord Jesus as an exercise for your spiritual muscles. I was enthralled. The man had impact. His ministry was very strong, very sort of incisive. And I remember speaking with a wonderful old brother in Honor Oak. His name was Oliphant. Brother Watchman, he had called him the womb of the church there. And he said, how did you find it, Lance? And I said, I was so impressed. That man is so powerful. And the way he spoke, so incisive. I found it marvelous to think of the Lord Jesus. And I noticed that he looked a bit clouded. And then he said, well, there is a problem. He said, when Jesus is food that you eat, and when Jesus is water you drink, when Jesus is power that you avail yourself of, when he's an instrument in order to get on, he said, how do you worship him? He said, in a way, it's a kind of self-worship because he's in you. I was very, not shocked, I was very surprised. Now, with the wisdom of years, much, much later, I realized Brother Oliphant had put his finger on a problem. You can't worship someone who's an it, who is merely. Of course the Lord Jesus is food. He is the bread of life. Of course he's water. He's the water of life. Of course we grow as we receive him, as we possess what is ours in him. But what about ministry to him? How do you minister to someone who is only in you? It's when you see the Lord as the Lord and his greatness that you fall down at his feet as one dead. That is ministry to the Lord.